Oh, excuse me. All right, folks, give me a second and we'll get set up here. In the meantime, what is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, and we are back for another live stream of Le Mans Ultimate. Looks like we got some good races this week, and I think I will be able to do them, the beginner races. So let me get booted up, and you see the topics, and the first thing I'm going to get to is my request to Le Mans Ultimate, to the Le Mans Ultimate dev team. So give me a second to get booted up here. All right, come on, come on, come on. Okay. All right, let's go. Le Mans Ultimate is booting up. All right. I think I'm going to have to go in and turn down the in-game volume a little bit on my last stream. It was kind of tough to hear me. The master volume, 75%. Let's take it down to 70. All right. And let's get registered for the next race to make sure I don't forget. Got to register with the trusty Corvette. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about, I want to get this out of the way right now. If you look at the title, you will notice that I tagged the Le Mans Ultimate dev team. The reason why I did that is because I actually tagged Stephen Hood, the CEO of Motorsports Games, on Twitter, asking him if Le Mans Ultimate would get a mobile app. And the tweet was deleted. I don't know if he did it or if Twitter did it. I'd like to believe that Twitter did it because I've never really, in the couple of interviews that I've seen, Stephen Hood doesn't strike me as the type of person that runs from questions. And not only that, he's actually responded to me a couple of times on Twitter, and he's given me a couple of likes on Twitter. And I'm sure the question that I've asked, has probably been asked before, about getting a mobile app. And I would love to see Le Mans Ultimate get a mobile app where you can keep track of your stats, keep track of the leaderboard, get the daily race schedule, and register for a race from the mobile app. I mean, even though I kind of got mixed feelings about Rensport, they do have a mobile app, and you can do all that stuff from the mobile app. You can check on all your stuff, you can edit your profile, you can register from races, all that from the mobile app. So I think that is pretty cool, and I'd like to see Le Mans Ultimate get something like that so I can register for races on the go, because when I get home, if I want to know what the schedule is, I boot up Le Mans Ultimate on one of my other PCs. I take a look at the schedule and I'm like, okay, I want to do the 5 o'clock race, and then you know, I shut it off and take a short nap or get ready for the stream, what have you. And I would really love, you know, hey, if I'm at work on my lunch break and I look at the schedule, you know, like, hey, when I get out of work, that looks like a good race to join and register for that race from work, you know, and being that I pay for the subscription, it gives you, that's one of the features where you can register for races early. So yeah, that's my request to the Le Mans Ultimate Dev team. So it's a request, but it's more put in a question form. If we could possibly get a mobile app for Le Mans Ultimate, I would absolutely love that. So thank you. If anyone should happen to see this from the Le Mans Ultimate team. Next thing I want to talk about is the time slots. I knew this was going to happen, but I'm still excited that it did happen. And that is, it looks like they adjusted the time slots for the daily races. So I'll show it to you. So right here, this is a GTE fixed race. This is the race that I'm registered for. Normally under the previous time slots, when I get done with this race, this would be the next race right here, the GT3 fix. I would not be able to enter that race. I would not be able to get into that race because it's already underway. They've staggered the time slot in such a manner that when I'm done with this race right here, I can go to this next race. It'll probably be about a 20-minute wait. So that gives me time to, hey, if I got to run to the bathroom, you know, shoot the shit with you guys or something like that. So it won't be a situation where I finish this race is underway, so I gotta wait another half hour, 40 minutes for the next GTE race. Now I can do both. So, because in the past I had to pick which one do you want to do and basically stream that race, but now if they keep to this time slot, I can do both. So basically now, instead of every hour or every hour and a half, it looks like, at least this week, the races are running every 40 minutes. So I think that adds to the variety, and I think that would be very appealing to streamers, because again, they can do one race and then have a small interval, have a small intermission in between, and then go to the next race. So that is great too. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about is on the title. You see that I put on there that WEC imitates LMU. So with Le Mans Ultimate, with the multi-class races, namely the hypercars, you guys have seen me talk about that before. That when the hypercars come through, get out of their way, because if you don't, they will move you. When you're in a mixed class race with the hypercars, the only car you do not have to worry about is the first place car and the last place car. Everything else in between, you got to worry about them. You don't have to worry that much about the first place car unless he's got a bunch of cars on his ass. But if he's got a sizable gap, you don't have to worry about the first place car, because the last thing he wants is to try to push somebody out of the way, and then he gets caught up in a wreck and he loses first place. So the first place car coming at you, he'll kind of like, almost kind of like wait to see what you're going to do before he goes around you. Cool. Now the second, third, fourth, and fifth place cars, when they coming, get out of the way, because if you don't move, they will move you. Because getting caught up in traffic makes all the difference between them being a half a second behind and 1.5 seconds behind. So if they are in a battle with another car, they will do whatever it takes to keep pace with that car in front of them. So if you happen to be in their way, they will move you. And I thought that only took place on Le Mans Ultimate. Well, a couple of weeks ago when I watched the 6 hours of Spa, the hypercars were doing the same stuff in the real life race. Like I think it was Mick Schumacher who he went off track and he didn't want to go onto the grass, so he forced his way back onto the track and pushed one of the Ferraris out of the way. I mean, he bumped him like 3 times to move him out of the way. I think there was another BMW from that same team, but I think a different guy was driving earlier in the race. One of the GT3s slowed him up, and he didn't want to lose the hypercar in front of him, so he drove on the grass. He went around him on the grass to keep up with that hypercar in front of him. So yeah, the WEC imitates the Le Mans Ultimate. And the reason why I put it that way, because real life drivers will be like, what the fuck you talking about? You know, we're real life. That's a video game. The reason why I said the WEC imitates LMU is because the stuff that I just described, I saw it on LMU first and didn't think that kind of stuff happened in real life. You know, I know, you know, in Formula One, yeah, we see that shit. They stick their elbows out. But I didn't think that stuff happened in real life, where the hypercars will move the GT3s out of the way if they don't get out of the way. And yes, it does happen. I saw it in the 6 hours of Spa. So that was a very exciting race. I think up on YouTube now, the full replay of the race is available to watch. I believe on the WEC channel on YouTube. So if you love endurance racing, definitely go back and check that race out. It was a very exciting race. So we've got 11 minutes here. So I think before I go out, I think I might go ahead and go on the track and do a couple of practice laps, but I swear I thought I saw Lawrence Nasawa's name here. But my friend Henez Catone is registered for the race. What's up, Henez? Shoot, getting really close. Getting really close. I think it's time to, you know, I'll be in touch with you this weekend, and we'll talk about what, at least starting out, what car we're going to use. I mean, what class, then what car. And as I've said before, you know, if we do the GTE class, I don't care what car we drive. If we do the GT3 class, I would probably say the car that worries me the most would be the Porsche. I can drive the Corvette, but I get better results on short tracks. The Corvette doesn't seem to have very long legs. So, let me see right there. There's Lawrence Cox. So that's maybe that's the name I thought I saw. So, the other thing that let's check the leaderboard. All right. Speaking of which, I was about to mention Tortellini. He's a guy that I follow. He races in VR, and he is the fastest guy that I have seen in VR. And this is him right here, this Masage Malinowski. That is the YouTuber Tortellini. And as you can see, he is the 5th ranked person up here. Yernik Simicek, he's basically one of the faces of Le Mans Ultimate, him and Michi Hoyer. He's fast, but I am surprised to see his name up here because he normally drives hypercars. And then, as I was saying, we got Tortellini here. The reason why I wanted to bring his name up is because this race that he just finished, his fastest lap was a 147.6. And I feel pretty good about that because the last time they had a GT
Eric McCready said, "Good afternoon, brother Clay. Hopefully it's good racing."
Mr. McGrady, how you
right.
doing? On my right. Yes, hopefully we will have some good racing. The way it should be a pretty good stream today, hopefully, especially with the time slots, the way they stagger the races, yada yada yada. Coming back to Mr. Malinowski, his fastest lap was 147.6, and I was going to mention that the last time they did this configuration where it was a GTE race on Monza, I turned in, my fastest lap was a 148.1. So I feel like performances like that make me feel like I've earned my spot in the top splits whenever I do those races. The only problem with this is I get off to a slow start. I'll probably do 2, maybe 3 laps in the 149s before I get into a groove, and then once I get into a groove, I can get into the 148s, but it's like, honestly, it's usually around the mid 148s, 148.5. But yeah, that race where I did a 148.1, I was dialed in that race. Then we got Kyrian Prendergrass, aka on YouTube Big Printer. He's another fast guy. He's exceptionally fast in the GT3 class. See if there's some other names up here that I recognize. So we got 6 minutes. All right, just to get warmed up, we'll go ahead and do a lap. We'll go ahead and do a lap or two. And I think I need to turn the AC on. Not this crap again. Oh, son of a bitch. My headset disconnected. Oh, cool. Let's go back into the garage. Okay, I had to put the controllers on the charger. When I put the controllers beside me,
air and track temperatures are rising. Air temp is now
the headset
25,
lost tracking with the controllers,
28 Celsius.
and sometimes I think when the headset starts looking for the controllers, it'll disconnect. So I went ahead and put the controllers on the charger.
Has just done a 149.
So the headset will try to look for them.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. The brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them. Blue flag. flag, caution. Green flag in sector 2. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Yellow flag, sector 1. Looks like P3's gone off. The leader has just done a 149.27. Sector 1 is clear. The guy behind has just done a 149.80 at 8th place. Fastest lap for Roberto, 149.23. Yellow flag. Sector 2 is yellow. Sector 2 is now green. Sector 1 is green. You're 10th off in sector 1. Yellow flag in sector 3. Sector 3 is clear. Sector 2 time is okay.
That did it. That ruled my
Checker
good
flags
lap.
out. P5.
Ah. All right. Join event. And there's Katoni. If you're in this race with me, good luck. Is he in here? If he is, he hasn't gotten in here yet. I don't recognize any of these names.
That's the end of the session. P5. All clear. Push now. Your brakes are cold. Take it easy. the end of the session, P12.
All right, 5 minutes of quali.
DJ_Stevens said, "Sup dog."
DJ, what's good?
Your exit's clear. Watch the white line. Okay, Clay. We've got 4 minutes to set a lap. Your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them.
DJ_Stevens said, "Got the dual screen finally set up.
Oh,
Was
yeah?
a big headache. Took about a week."
Oh, damn.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
DJ_Stevens said, "How's racing?"
I haven't done a lot of racing lately. Kind of took a break from it. You know, I've only been doing like one stream a week.
New fastest lap for Dakar, 149.49. That's a new fastest lap for Roda, 148.80.
That time was a 149.38.
tyres are cold, watch out.
Damn, I lost so much time.
That's the end of the session. P5.
That time was a 1:49.22.
Yeah. So I'm about 4/10 off of the leader, so I'm in second place, but yeah, I'm like almost a half a second off. So this is going to be one of those races where anything can happen. So at the moment, there's two people that could still beat me. So I got 7th locked up, but as long as I finish in the upper half of quali, I'm good. Because this will be the race that can put me back into silver. 20-minute race.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
I'm going to go 12.5, 12 laps. Yeah, we'll stay there. We'll stay at 12 laps. Get past turn 1 and we'll be okay.
Formation lap has started.
Sorry, folks. Just trying to get the headset adjusted.
Green flag.
Let's go.
Green flag.
Clear left. Car clear left. Got a tiny bit of bodywork damage there, just ignore it. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. It looks like Alex has crashed. Yellow Yellow flag. We can see radar has spun off. Green flag, sector 2. Sector 1 is green. The gap to Thomas in front is now 0.7. Scott is closing you down. The gap has come down to 0.7. E6. Yellow flag in sector 1. Alright, Clay, the next car is Thomas. Green flag in sector 1. About track limits.
Damn, I
Yellow
fucked
flag,
up.
sector 2. Sector 2 is clear. It looks like Brian and Muller have gone on. 15 minutes left.
Was a
The guy behind has just done a 149.21. Okay, Clay, just cut the track. Is now 0.5.
This would be a 148 lap if not for the invalidation.
We've got cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them. Fastest lap for Rhoda on 48.79. We've just had a warning for cutting the track. Yellow flag. We think Philip has binned it. Okay, Clay, stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake. Green flag, sector 2. Just done it, 149.02.
Lap 149.
P6.
9.
Clear left, car left. Clear left. We've just cut the track. Okay, Clay, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Pressured. Keep your exit speeds up. Sector 3 is yellow. That's halfway.
Time 150.05.
That's a new fastest lap for Medina, 148.77.
Ah.
Clay, you've got half your fuel left.
That time was a 150.30.
Ooh, he slammed the door on me. And I took damage.
Don't be intimidated. Keep him behind you. Stay close. Keep the pressure on. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Alright Clay, no chances here. Let's make sure we can take them.
Thought we had him in a sandwich right there.
Watch out. We think that. Radar, spinned it. Sector 2 is green. Alright Clay, don't let this guy distract you. Right side's clear. Nice pass.
I gave it right back.
Fatty. Right side, clear right. Push harder. We can get a podium here.
Lap 150.1.
P3. Car right. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
Nice way to gate me off. These Ferraris are still fast even when they got damage.
The next car is Scott. Yellow flag in sector 2. Blue flag in sector 2. To go, 2 minutes. to go. P4.
Oof.
Track limits, watch those lines.
I'll take that.
P4. Okay, it's over. Good drive.
All right, we took fourth.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. Clear right.
Oh, is that Mr. Catone? Hey, Mr. Catone, what's up? Oh, he came in fifth. Good shit. Yeah, he came in fifth. Oh shit, we had identical. Matter of fact, he had his fastest lap was a little bit faster than me. He did a 149.419. I did a 149.50. Good stuff, Mr. Catone. Good stuff. Came in fifth. Good stuff. Let's see here. Is everybody accounted for? Nope. This is the one car that's still hanging around. And that's it. Everybody's accounted for. That was a good race. Now, the guy that I had been fighting with for like 5 laps, when we got to that turn 1 and he slammed the door on me, I think he did it on purpose a little bit. Hey, we back to silver.
Hans Catone said, "Nice race."
Same to you, good sir. All right. All right.
Eric McCready said, "Good job to the both of you."
Hey, thanks, Mr. McGrady. Thanks. Appreciate it. Now, online. So, I could either do this race again, or I could wait a half an hour and do this race. But I think I want to do this race one more time. So let's register for this race. Now, the guy that I was battling with, if he had not slammed the door on me, because we did make contact and I took front end damage because of it, I think I could have got into the 148s if he had not done that. Mr. Catone is in this race again. Good luck, sir. I am going to go and go to the bathroom and grab a quick swig of water. I will be right back. All right. Boogers up. All right. Starts in 3 minutes. Let's go. I think I'm going to need to sharpen this picture a little bit. Take it up to 3300. We'll go 50. Just a little bit. All right, little under 90 seconds. So let's see where I'm at on the leaderboard. .566. We got to get into the 148s. So I saw a video on Twitter, and the developers of Rensport posted a video.
Eric McCready said, "Let's keep that silver, Clay."
Absolutely, let's keep that silver. So the developers of Rensport posted a video on Twitter, and they updated the audio for the AMG, and they went out and got real life audio from one of the AMG cars. And I gotta admit, it sounds good. Cause I think I don't know how I feel now, but I want to say maybe 3-4 years ago, if I remember correctly, I thought that Race Room had the best sounding AMG on there. Also got to give it to Rensport, the 992. I like theirs the best. As far as the audio goes, yeah, I definitely like theirs the best.
Exit looks clear. We need to get some heat into these brakes. Yellow flag.
Just realized something.
That's the end of the session. 6th place. Exit looks clear. We've got 4 minutes to set a lap. We've got cold brakes all round.
Ah. This ain't gonna be a good lap.
2 minutes, car left. Clear left. Fastest lap for Gakko, 148.55.
Lap 149.5.
10th position. Sector 3 is 0.8. Off the pace. Brake temperatures are okay. The guy ahead has just done a 149.68. You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1. That's the end of the session, 14th.
No, no. They didn't hit me.
Lap 140.
Damn!
0.10.
This is going to be a rough race. My quali is it was 3/10 faster than the previous race, and I still qualified 11th. This is going to be a
Teams
rough.
and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
This is going to be a rough race. This is gonna be rough. Oh boy. I'm thinking with that 149 flat, I'm thinking I'm gonna qualify 8th or something. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Formation lap has started. green flag.
Clear left. Clear left. Clear left. Clear left.
Lap 2, 0, 0,
E30.
0.
The car in front of us is now Nathan. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. We think that Cox has gone off. Green flag, Sector 2.
Time 150.1.
E11. Angel is now in the lead. Stay between the lines, please, Clay.
was a 150.07.
McLaren is now leading. We'll be warned about track limits. Keep him in your sights, force the mistake. Just done a 148.32.
That time was a 149.29.
Remaining 10 minutes. Okay, Clay, keep running on the pressure. He'll make a mistake. We're at the halfway point. Your last lap time was at 150.44. Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace. There'll be a chance. Got cold front tyres.
Trying to trick me into the grass.
The gap behind is now 0 and 1-0. Okay, Clay, you're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel. Clear left. Left side, clear left. Don't give up. Keep him under pressure. Tiny bit of aero damage there. You probably won't even feel it. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. The next car is Daniel. Okay, Clay, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left, V12. Sector 1's yellow. Green flag Sector 1. We think Nera has stacked it. Clear left. Okay, Clay, the next car is Nathan. Your tyres are cold, watch out. Yellow. Hold your nerve, make them do the work. Come on, keep pushing. The driver in front of us is Daniel. Right side's clear. Come on, Clay, keep pushing, we might get him back. track. Keep it between white lines. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
What the hell?
Yellow flag.
Yeah. He played too many games.
Looks like D has gone off. B12. Car ahead is Cox. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. Green flag in Sector 3. Yellow flag. Green flag in Sector 2. We think that Chev has binned it. Clear left. Right side's clear.
God
B12.
damn.
Okay, it's over.
Oh, I came in 10th?
Okay, pit stop requested.
God damn, I had to fight tooth and nail for that. Damn, I had to fight my ass off for 10th place. Good race though, good race. That Champagne guy, Sharpain. I mean, that dude was blocking. That dude was blocking. I couldn't get past him, but he ended up wiping out. I think he should have just. I think he was probably too worried about his rear view mirror, and it probably eventually got him at the worst spot. Oh shit. All right, let's see what we got for rank, because everybody's accounted for. Come on. Went up one. Well, hey. Got 4.8. I'll take it. I'll take it. We remain silver. We live to fight another day. How many cars was in this race? 17. So, all right. Oh, that was a tight race. A very tight race. So what I'm going to do is let's. So I decided to do those 2 GTE races because I was already locked in. I didn't want to go through the hassle of trying to adjust to the GT3s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. And then I'm going to come back either tomorrow or Friday because my son, he walks the stage for graduation on Thursday. So I won't be on Thursday. But tomorrow or Friday, I will come back and I will do these GT3 races at Circuit de la Sarthe. And that gives me time to practice anyway, because I don't know. I am heavily leaning towards the Mustang. I see that the Mustang's got a little bit of straight line speed, and if you can get through those corners pretty good and get some and carry some momentum out of the apex, that should set you up pretty good for the straights. So yeah, plus by going ahead and shutting it down tonight, then I can come back in a couple of hours and practice off YouTube. So I'll get some practice in with the Mustang. So it'll come down between me using the Mustang, the Ferrari, or the McLaren. So I've got adjusted to driving the McLaren and the Mustang. I know the Ferrari like the back of my hand. So, all right, I'm rambling at this point. Thanks so much for watching. Very good day of racing. We made it back to silver. And again, folks, we'll see you again tomorrow or Friday. Until then, you all have a good day. And we'll see you on the next one. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. We'll see everybody.